Hey there, YouTuber family. This is Jonny Cashflow here. I hope you're all doing great. I'm reaching out because this is now 5 years since I wrote my book, The Cashflow Manifesto, everything I learned from my millionaire mentors. It has been a wild journey, and clearly I'm out of my laundry room. So I've had some life changes in the last 5 years since I wrote my book. And really, I just want to launch this YouTube channel to talk about the book, talk about finances, but also talk about holistic success. It was about 12 years ago that someone asked me the question instead of, what do I want to do for a living? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? They asked, how do I want to live? And when I thought really long and hard about that, I thought, well, I want to make $100,000 a year. I want to be able to live anywhere I want in the country or the world. And I want to not have a day job. And those three dreams seemed so astronomical at the time when I first conceived of them. And now, a little over a decade later, we're still working on the third one, but we've had a lot of progress. And I think I've now reached a level where I can feel confident in starting to share some of my journey, some of my progression, some of my advice. Obviously, just like all the YouTubers say, well, first of all, you should like and subscribe. If you like me, if you hate me, either way, like and subscribe. Just consider it your good deed if you don't like me. But like all the financial YouTubers say, if I'm going to be put in that box, which I'm not trying to be put into a box, but if I'm put in that box, this YouTube is not financial advice. You should talk to a financial advisor. This is purely for educational, entertainment purposes. And yes, before making any financial decisions, you should speak to a authority in financial knowledge, which I'm not necessarily. What I am is a professional in business. I've run my own companies. I've been a landlord. I have been in the recruiting industry with a nationally ranked top 20 recruiting firm for the past 7 years. So I'm very familiar with the recruiting industry. I've also been with EXP Realty for a number of years as a realtor. So I have a good amount of exposure to really two primary massive movers in the economy. And that's what I realized has kind of made my perspective unique, is that I live and breathe real estate and the job market all day, every day. That's what I do. That's what I'm involved in. And particularly in the next 3 to 5 years, those two areas are going to have some bumpy roads. I'm an optimist, and I'm downplaying it because that's not really the focus of this particular video. There will be many other videos to come in terms of details on that. I don't want to ramble. That will be my greatest challenge in this YouTube, trying to stay focused, trying to not let my ADHD drive the conversation, and really keep things, to a point. But what I will say is constantly having faith in the abundance of the universe and having faith that those dreams were put into my mind for a reason. And the reason is because God, the universe, whatever it is trying to bring you to that higher thing. And that's in a holistic sense, not just in finance, not just in your relationships, not just in your, any endeavor, but there's core areas of life, that we definitely want to focus on and take care of at all times. But I will say those three dreams that I had when I was 22, those three dreams: make $100,000 a year, live anywhere I want in the country or the world, not need a day job. Those three things should be everybody's goal. Whatever you want to do in life, whatever you want to do for work to make money, those should be your three life goals. Because if you make six figures, live anywhere you want in the country, the world, and don't need a day job, you're free. You can do what you want. You can impact this world at greater levels. It's hierarchy of need. It's like Maslow's hierarchy of need, right? You can't go out and change millions of people's lives if you can't first change your life, right? And that was a big thing that I needed to realize and accept. And I think another big thing that I needed to realize and accept, and a lot of people need to realize and accept, is that if you don't become a millionaire in your lifetime, 99% of the time, you'll probably die working. And I know that's gonna like upset a lot of people, but it's true. Unless you develop a business or have an asset that has some type of cash flow where, okay, I don't have $1 million in the bank, but I'm cash flowing 150K, I'm good, John, I don't need, okay, fine. Okay, but if you have 150K in cash flow, that's the equivalent of having several $1 million in assets in a bank account. So it's the same thing. You want to be a cash flow, debt-free cash flow multimillionaire. Whatever you want to do in your life, it doesn't matter. Whether you want to teach people, you want to just help people, you want to have a social impact, you want to be in business, you want to be in healthcare. These should be your life goals, because when you start impacting people's lives to the point that you can just give of your time freely without needing to think of your basic needs, it has a big impact. And the interesting thing that I've learned, the more I give, the more I gain. I always thought, oh, I need to be a multimillionaire so I can give my time and money in order to impact people's lives. And that's not really the way it works. Really, what I've found and the way it works is that life is a bunch of lollipop moments. This might be a lollipop moment for one of you. I would be honored and blessed if it was. And what do I mean by a lollipop moment? I'll explain that in another video too. But just understand, the concept of a lollipop moment, I'll give you the parable. The parable is, I'm going into my first day of school, and there was a guy giving out lollipops. And I didn't want to be there. I wasn't sure if I wanted to go into college and what I was going to do, and if I was going to make friends. And I just, there was a lot of, indetermination in terms of what school I wanted to go to. And this guy came up as I'm like having this conversation with my parents, and we're in line to do the registration. And he comes up with a lollipop. It was a blow pop. I love my blow pops. Not a Tootsie Roll Pop guy. Just so you know, there's two types of people in this world. There's blow pop and there's Tootsie Roll Pop guys. I don't know what that tells you about me, but yeah, definitely blow pops. Anyways, came up with a blow pop and was just so excited about whatever. I don't even remember the group that he was part of, that he was like trying to promote, like, hey, could you join our group? I'm sure I went to some meetings or something. But he was just so excited about college experience and about what he was doing, and the idea that I could be somebody new that could be involved in it. And that moment had a very large impact on my life. And about 4 or 5 years later, after I had graduated college and won different business plan competitions and just kind of had a lot of progress toward what I was trying to accomplish in my life, I bumped into him and mentioned how that interaction with him with the lollipop really impacted me. And he remembered me, but he didn't remember that interaction at all. He didn't even remember I was giving out lollipops that day. Like, yeah, man, you had blow pops. They were awesome. It was totally irrelevant, superfluous information that happened that day, and he was giving out lollipops. But it goes to a bigger point. And again, I don't know where the timer is on this thing. I probably should figure that out for the next video so I don't ramble too hard, because I can be a bad rambler. I'm trying to, keep it something people want to watch keep it 10-minute videos before you start rambling for 3 hours. But my whole point is that you can have a lollipop moment in your life at any moment. Somebody can give that lollipop moment to you, or you can give that lollipop moment to somebody else. And it's just those little things, those little interactions, because all of life is just a moment. Every moment, like life is only experienced in moments, right? So, and that's one of the things I love about YouTube is constantly creating, or the creators of YouTube are constantly creating lollipop moments for people. Whatever it is you're interested in. You're interested in the universe, you're interested in finance, you're interested in gaming. There's a lollipop moment for you on this platform. It's a magical, wondrous thing, wondrous revolution that's happened and happening with YouTube. But I say all that to say, I hope this channel impacts you positively. I hope it gets you thinking and opening your mind about your life. Whatever you're going through in your life, I hope it helps to give you hope. It helps to give you peace. It helps to give you gratitude. Because as nice as I can wrap up this journey of the last 5 years in a little video that's all like polished, and I got my whole scenery set up so everything looks crisp. Nothing in life is crisp. Everything is messy, and comparison is the seeds of your demise. So important things I've learned: don't compare yourself. Focus on your goals, your dreams. But I would venture to say that everybody's dreams should include financial freedom in their life. And it's such an interesting thing to me because so many people in my life who have noticed that I'm money motivated look at me and say, why do you want to be a millionaire, multimillionaire, 100 million or whatever? Why do you want to do that so bad? Why is the money so important to you? And it's like, y'all missing the point. Y'all missing the point. Okay? If I had the choice between being able to pass down $10 million to my daughter or the wealth of all the knowledge that I've attained in my life and finances and interactions with people, I would want to pass down that knowledge. That's infinitely more valuable. The best way for me to be able to pass down that knowledge and impact my children and impact my children's children and actually build generational wealth and generational knowledge, the best way for me to do that, or for you, or for you, or you. Actually, all y'all, anybody watching this, okay? For all y'all watching this and myself, best way for us to be able to do that, to sow into our family, and to be able to reap the benefits for generations to come, is for us to get free, is for us to not be monetary slaves, for us to not be stressed by our 9 to 5 or our 6 to 10 or whatever ridiculous hours that we're obligated to work, and not be with our children, not think about bigger things, not think about changing the system, not thinking about how much we should all hate the Federal Reserve, not thinking about any of those things. I got no time for that. I got to pay bills. And I have no idea how long this ramble has gone. I really just wanted to talk about, my 3 dreams and maybe wrap in a lollipop moment, nice little 5-minute video to crank off the video. But I hope this impacted you. I hope my video continues to impact you. I appreciate any feedback and comments. If there were nuggets in here that were most interesting to you guys that you want me to focus on, I can do that. But yeah, I'm here to help. I'm here to spread love. Here to be an encourager. I'm here to be encouraged because I am very much on the hunt. And I think you always are on the hunt. One of the biggest statistics that I've learned in the last year, which I love, the concept is, you hear, if you make any more than $100,000, it doesn't make you any more happy. Well, that study actually was recently, in the last year or so, found to be wrong. Okay, and it's so accepted in the ethos of us that it's hilarious. People say, oh, well, I don't need to make 150K because I'd be no happier than if I just made 100K, or if I, maybe I'll be a little bit happier if I made 50. They found out that that's wrong. They found out that essentially it is a sliding scale. Happiness and contentedness does tend to go up 100, 200, 300, 400, 500K. It doesn't matter the level. But here's the most interesting thing. Who are actually the most happy, the most content? Or like what would be the number that would make each person happiest or most content? The $30,000 person says it would be 60,000. The $60,000 person says it would be 120. The 120,000 person says it would be $250,000. I think you get the idea. The whole idea is that people always want to make double what they make right now. That's the truth. It doesn't matter what you make. Your ideal happiness would be double what you're making right now. That's what the actual modern research, like in the last year or two, has come out with and realized. And it's kind of an interesting thing. It's like, oh, okay, so I should just try to make billions, a billion, maybe trillions of dollars, then I'd be the most happy. It's like, no, you shouldn't determine your happiness based on the number of dollars of fiat currency that's in your bank account. Your worth is divined by God. And I hate to like whip it all out, but that is the truth. We are royalty. We have faith. We are God's royalty. And it's not defined by a dollar amount. It's not, you know? And I wish there were more YouTubers actually, and maybe I can help to interject this in the conversation, that like these blessings, all of existence, it all comes from God. It is all God divine, okay? No person is more valuable than the other because, oh, you got $1 million in your account, you got 10,000 in your account, you got negative 10,000 in your credit card, whatever. That's not where your worth comes from. I digress, but I love you guys. Again, I hope you've taken some value from this. This is going to be my first video. We're going to keep it real and genuine all the way. I don't know when I'm going to start editing the videos, because I think content should be real. Content should be from the heart. Yeah, I got little notes. I got some notes, but you can tell this has been rather ad hoc, and I want to keep it that way because I want a genuine conversation with you guys, and that's why any comments you guys have, anything you guys would like me to talk about more. As you can tell, I have a very strong opinion about a lot of things, but it's all interconnected to the central thesis, okay? The central thesis is that you can be free of whatever monetary hell you're living in 5 years. It is a choice. It does not require 40 years to make a pension-like income, period, the end. And we need to wake more people up to that reality. So I love you guys. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Hope you enjoyed the ramble. And until next time, we'll see you guys. Have a good one.